At the Leadership Masterclass on Wellbeing I did this morning, about a third of the participants reported feeling very frazzled and wired despite feeling exhausted. So even though they were really grateful that the summer holidays were approaching, they were finding that they were struggling to relax and quite anxious about it. One of the participants mentioned that it felt like the hamster wheel had just come to a complete stop, and perhaps it should be called the ambitious wheel. And that got me thinking about two things. Maybe it isn't an ambitious wheel, maybe it's an ambush wheel, if it's something that keeps us going so much, so fast, that we have the sense of urgency and almost burnout that when we do get a chance to rest, we can't. It also got me thinking about when I used to have a hamster as a pet, and you may have some in your own home. They don't just constantly run on the wheel. If their environment shifts and changes, they often stop and listen and use their senses to perceive what's going on. And if they feel potentially that they shouldn't keep going, they actually jump off and rest. We often don't do that, right? We just push ourselves, we don't listen to our senses, we don't always respond to the environment, we tend to react, and that's all natural and normal because of the pace of change and the uncertainty that we're dealing with. So what I want to share is be curious and stay compassionate with yourself. Notice that you're struggling to relax. Don't beat yourself up for it, because that's not going to help you relax. We know that more constriction or more tension, be it physical, mental, or emotional, is not going to allow for constructive thinking and innovation and creativity, let alone tapping into your senses or maybe even keeping a sense of humor. Now, there's so many ways that we can look at relaxing. I really want to give a shout out to one of my colleagues, Pam Burrows. She's shared a fantastic video that I feel has got so many useful techniques and creative ones that even I had not thought about. And I think we need to try different things. We are living in extraordinary times, and so that requires extraordinary measures. So why don't you give yourself the opportunity, gift yourself the opportunity. And I'm going to keep this video really short, so if you've watched to this point, perhaps you'll have time to look for the link below that I'll share for Pam's video about various different ways that you can use to start unwinding, and perhaps over the holidays, if things quieten down for you, to stay curious, compassionate, and connect with yourself a little bit more in different new ways, so that when that hamster wheel gets going, you are able to perk up and use your senses and be able to respond to your environment rather than react or get to a point where you just fall off the wheel, which of course then makes it an ambush, not an ambitious wheel.